third down. Plenty of time. He's going to run for it. Ooh, boy, he was hit hard by Mobley. John picking up the ball, and
I think Testaverde is out cold. Will step up, and he just doesn't get down soon enough, and John Mobley will come like a torch. I don't think Testaverde ever saw Mobley. There's plenty of times. There's John Mobley welcoming Gino Testaverde into the secondary of his club.
so his head.
Oakland offense, despite the fact that Jeff Hostetler was on the sidelines, got going. Billy Joe Hobart to Tim Brown, through 3 defenders, touchdown. 3-yard line. Then, more Vinny. Look at Vincenzo. Are you sure this isn't John Elway? 5-yard zone. Andre Hastings gets set to receive a punt. The Jaguars, well, this must be the Battle of Hastings because Reggie Clark, folks, that's a penalty. Third quarter, scary moment with Greg Lloyd. Very scary.
Yeah, and Greg Lloyd comes through here. It looks like Rod Woodson runs him over. When we saw another view of it, he didn't look like the leg buckled on him actually before Rod got there.
Intercept, and big play for the Vikes. And another interception. Scott Mitchell picked off by Jeff Brady. Laterals to Dwayne Washington. And he could go all the way. Touchdown, Vikes. 30 Super Bowl coaches to combine 4 rings among them. Exchanging pleasantries before the game, but it was not pleasant when Lewis Oliver picks it up. Drew Bledsoe still looking like he did last year for much of... No, Drew, no way make that tackle. It's a fumble, but Sean Hill gets it. Touchdown, 7-0, Miami.
See that he doesn't lose it before he hits the ground.
Now watch this, Tom. He's running. That's what you do for the running game. You give it to Jerry Rice. His 10th rushing touchdown, 150. Jumped on New Orleans early. The first half, they had 85 yards rushing. Then, some scary moments here. Ronaldo Turnbull, helmet to helmet with Steve Young. Young gets hurt. Under a minute to go in the first half. Favre, he scrambles, buys time. Keith Jackson, he could go all the way.
3-1. New York Jets 74 yards. Total offense 216 to 74. And here come the Broncos again. Elway likes to go right to the end zone. Here's Elway's going to block. He's the lead blocker for Anthony Miller. Miller cuts inside, east of the 5, and backs into the end zone. I think Elway has completed 10 of 18, 141 yards. And the pressure again. And all of a sudden an uprising by the defense of the New York Jets. Here's Ron Carpenter a couple of yards deep. He is out to the 10.
But down 17-7. Here comes Washington. Terry Allen. And what a great story this is, Tom. Look at the run.
Yeah, Terry Allen with that great burst, and once he gets behind the defense, it's all over.
Then the
division opponent, and just a glorious day at Rich Stadium, and Jim Kelly, pretty ugly opening for him as he tosses that one to Chris Slade. But Slade puts the ball down. He was never down. John Fina at Pittsburgh, and Vinny coming in with all kinds of confidence against a wounded Pittsburgh team. But you don't test Rod Woodson right
Not
there.
in his house. Rod Woodson says, no, no, no. It's my ball, my touchdown.
That's right. 43-yard return in the first quarter. To Chris Carter, second quarter rather, 10-3, Minnesota. Then Jamal Anderson. Hey, what's this, Randall?
That's the bone to the face. Now, there's another bone to the face. Bye-bye.
Ooh, the double stiffy.
Yeah.
Come on out and see him. Ricky Jackson Day in New Orleans with Carolina in town. They're honoring him, retiring the number, putting him in a place of honor at the Dome. Here's the rookie, Winslow Oliver.
Winslow is going up the sideline, and the big man is coming after him. He's not catching me. Bye-bye.
No, that's 84 yards, and that is a step. Who had 3 sacks a week ago, came up with 3 today. Oh. And he hammered Everett there, forced the fumble that led to a John. Here's Darian Gordon with a punt return. Last year,
he had that shoulder injury. He had shoulder surgery, and he's come back off it very well. As you can see here, he's gone to the races.
That is sweet. That is 61 yards, and he's finally dragged down 5 to make sure he gets the touchdown, 14-0. Keyshawn Johnson, Mayday, Randall, he wanted the ball this week.
He got it. Yes, he did. The Jets.
Well, look at the celebration, though. They're still trailing by 7. The helmet goes flying, the ear pads flying out. What's with that?
They're reaching. They're reaching.
You think they were going to Disney World?
So I'm telling you, then Harbaugh, the quarterback draw, just like he used to run at Michigan for many years. That is a 12-yard scamper, 21-7. And then the rains came. Thunder.
Ball. It's Buffalo's ball. After a field goal, look at that little Meggett have trouble. Dave Meggett rumbling, bumbling, fumbling.
Latham make a slight mistake here. Again, he comes from the bottom side of your screen, and his job here is stay as deep as the ball until you see it go past you there. He lets Bates get back behind him. for a nice 33-yard gain on the play.
Sets up.
Yeah, take a look right there. Michael Timpson, he's going to get both feet down right there. Takes a tremendous hit.
Taylor, look at the job he does to keep both feet in bounds. Gain of 18. What a play. Next play for Rott. Terry Allen. Over the right side for 28 yards. The lone touchdown of the game. It's later in the third quarter. First and 10 for the Vikings. Robert Smith. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Cornelius Bennett with a double. Forces the fumble and recovers the fumble. It's Falcons. They capitalize on the 10, third and goal. Shotgun to Mathis. Whoop, 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 whoop. Makes the play. Very Emerson. Then Brad Johnson, second down to Cris Carter. Goes back for the ball. He stumbles. Does he get in? No, he's down at the 1-yard line. Allen. 2 of his 300-yard games as a chief have come against the Raiders and Al. Jeff Hostetler available only as an emergency quarterback. Billy Joe Hobart gets the start, and watch Napoleon Kaufman. What a great move there. What a great move there. 25-yard run for the youngster. That sets up a 42. Steve, I got you, babe Bono. The flip to Derek Walker, but he in turn flipped. He and Danon Hughes is the second half. Derek Thomas and Andrew Glover in motion. And Derek Thomas just around him, and he nails Billy Joe Hobart. It's a fumble. And here's James Hasty. When the Raiders were moving, they fumbled it, and Hasty could go all the way. He killed them in overtime last year. This 80 yards, 14-0, the Chiefs.
In his ankles.
Then the big one from the Tampa 46. Sanders gets the handoff, finds a hole. Look at the acceleration, and he is going, and he is gone. 54 yards for a touchdown at 7-6 Detroit. Wayne Font says, you know what, I can...
Countdown. The Stan Humphries will be looking to go up top. Hits Andre Coleman across the middle. Down to the Bengals.
Coming on him here. He's looking over the top and gets taken out with a great
break. It's first down. 4 plays later. Blake to Carl Slim Pickens over the middle. Runs through the infield. Runs through the outfield. 27 yards. Touchdown.
Yard line. To the 15 and is nailed. Whoa. Helmet to helmet.
Absolutely separates Von Hebron from the here and now.
Right there.
And the ball. And is that a lucky bounce or what? You know what that...
And with Elway's arm, he can get the ball there so quick. Little swing left side. Aaron Favre. Favre high-stepping. Steps through 3 different tackles. Into the end zone.
That's taking care of your quarterback, though. An offensive line coach will rarely get mad about a tackle doing that.
Second down and 13. Pressure to the backside. Hit ball is loose. Denver says... Elway. Pressure. Steps away. Now he's dangerous. Now he is dropped. Whoa. Corey Harris got it. Return man, yeah. Waiting to happen.
All kinds of different poisons Joey Galloway can give you with his talent.
Pretty good kick. Turns it over. 11-yard line. Not there, not there. Whoops, something there. Need a block. Got one. Cuts back. 20-yard line. 30-yard line. Down the sideline. He's gone. There it is. Big play Galloway. Check for flag. No flag. It will stand up. 88 yards.
Nice cut. A second nice cut. This is the one that's amazing. The tightrope and the little... Oh, man. Good run. There's a cut.
Little shaken up. I think he wants to stay in the game to take it in.
Look at him. Look at the balance on this man.
Oh, look at that.
Report Bledsoe looking very Randall-like. Up and over Terry Irving and Seth Joyner. It's a fun today, Tommy. Finally, they see the flashes.
You see a lot of those same qualities there, the burst through the hole, the speed to get down the football field, and he looked powerful, so you know he's got the power to run through people.
By the way, 3rd and 1 at the 11 Waters. This time he does go in 11 yards. Very quickly, 7-0. Philadelphia on the opening drive.
Yeah, and watch Irving Fryer here get that nice seal block on the inside against Van Malone and allow Ricky Waters to kind of waltz into the end zone.
Under 3 minutes to go for some irate Lion fans. Start of the second quarter. Mitchell under pressure again, 2nd and 12. But good job by Scott. Real good job. Rights himself and fires to Herman's Moore. Knocked down by Bobby Taylor. What a day he had. Meanwhile, John Group, 2nd and 13. You heard about him in the preseason, leading receiver in the preseason, Chris T. Jones. What a nice moment. Flips the ball to his dad, who is sitting with his mom. His dad goes up and watches the game with his son's first NFL touchdown. What a great moment. 3:47 left in the third. 17-3. Mitchell to Herman Moore. Takes a hit, but hangs on. 29 yards, Tom.
Again, great concentration by Herman Moore. He knows that Mike Zordick is going to make the hit here. Concentrates, pulls the ball in, and shows the great balance. Just keeps on going down the field.
Now, the Eagles did a very good job on Barry Sanders, but look at him on this running. Move there, a move there, another move there. It's a touchdown. Look at it again, Tom.
Yeah, and take a view here from the end zone. Look at the vision, the balance, and then once he spots the end zone, he makes the nice cut up, that low center of gravity. Hard to get down that low and make a
total game, 210 yards, 153 of them on the ground. 3rd and 29. Pete to Cris T. Jones. Corey Raymond should have had it. He stiff arms Van Malone. Get out of here. Down at the 1. 1st and goal.
Yes.
4th down, Tommy. They go for it. Marino to Randall Hill. Oh, and it's Terrell at the goal line. Danny's not going to catch him. No one's going to catch him. He could go all the way. 100 yards. The Jets lead. J-E-T-S. Jets. They lead it 7-0.
Yeah, Aaron
Hill. Dolphins continue to roll. Marino to Jamal. Jamal from outside. Yes. 26 yards, setting up a touchdown. A pass to Frank. That doesn't work. 26-14. 4th quarter with the Dolphins up 33-14. The Jets are very game. Jeff Graham off the gamble by Buckley. Takes the pass from O'Donnell, and he could go all the way. 78 yards, and the block by Keyshawn. 29. 4th and goal from the 29. And Keyshawn Johnson goes up and gets the touchdown pass from O'Donnell. Favre to Robert Brooks. Oh, what a hit. Comes later on the drive. Favre scrambles. Oh, and you pay off the blocker. Henderson gets the touchdown. 21-3 pack at the half. And another. Bennett is, he is popped by Kevin Ross. And it's first fumble in 726 carries. Hey, Kevin Ross has hit his entire career.
And Kevin Ross from the old school. Look at him launch himself right there at Bennett. Force the ball out.
Chargers punt on the next possession. And boy, things are going right. Desmond Howard gets a block from Roderick Miller. Right there. And he's gone. 55 yards for Howard. He, too, is in the seats.
Game. Dave Brown, Marcus Patton, a mini fracas. 4 INTs for Brown in the game, and the Redskins win it by the final score. Next play, though, 1st and 10 for the Raiders, 26. Brunell on the blitz. Jerry Ball's got it. Jerry Ball's having a ball. You know why? Because he's got the ball. Jerry Ball's going 66 yards. The big guy with the touchdown. Coughlin can 200 yards. So the Raiders win. Tommy
Fields it at the 2. Makes the move at the 15. Cuts back at the 20. Sidesteps a couple of would-be tacklers. Avoids the tackle there. And he could go all the way. 98 yards. The Colts on the opening kickoff have the lead, but wait a minute. The Cowboys. Second play, 2nd quarter. Jim Harbaugh from
Uncle High School. That's critical information.
Hit by Tony Tolbert right there. Fumbles. Deion Sanders picks it up. High-stepping. Prime-timing. 22 yards. Hipping. Hopping. Touchdown, 14-3, Dallas. Deion and goal. And Emmitt Smith. Up the middle. It's going to be a laugher. 21-3. Early in the 3rd quarter, couple field goals by Blanchard makes it 21-9. Harbaugh to Marcus Pollard. Gets a block. Gets another block. Oh, he sidesteps 2 tacklers, and he's gone. What a play. 48 yards, 21-16.
Yeah, and that initial block, you see Kurt Loudermilk spot shadowed right here, throws that block and allows him to get down the field for that big gain.
And then 56-yard attempt. Chris Bolio. It's up. It's on its way. It's oh! It's off the crossbar. It's no good. Bono. Next play. Throws it deep. Wait a minute. This is the Pro Bowl corner, Dale Carter. He's gone. Deion's all over the league. You remember Bracy Walker? Remember that name with the interception? Watch this. Haywood Jeffries on the receiving end. Boom! Both the pass. Look at it right there. Graham has the cart to the 5-yard line, but boom! Chris Slade, Mama, we're all.
When they defeated the 49ers. Blitz is coming. Gilbert picked off, and here we go. Tyrone Braxton, and he will ease his way in for the touchdown.
Smith, Bryce Popp do it in Buffalo, and Hardy Nickerson with hits like that has made this a better defense since he's come.
Hand off to Reggie Brooks. He slips the tackle of Braxton. Atwater has him. Treats him. We may have
this drive, and it's Reggie Brooks on this run. Yeah, there's a corner of the face mask, and that's a serious face mask.
Number 26.
Green Bay. They hand it off to Reggie Brooks, and he is popped by.
About him being so versatile. I mean, watch how he stuffs Reggie Brooks here. Just when you think Reggie Brooks is going to get a little room and get something going here, Steve Atwater knocks him right off his feet. Arm. Elway has it. I thought that may have been a catch. I don't know whether he had both feet down.
And early in the third quarter, still 10-0. Oh, what a lick by Darrell Pounds, who pounds Isaac Bruce and forced the Rams to settle for a field goal. It's 10-3. But Rams playing, well, they're trying to chase Terry Allen. They couldn't do it. A 9-yard touchdown run, and the Skins lead at 17 for 136 yards. That sets up second and goal. Look at Jermaine Ross. Looked like Dick Fosbury with the Fosbury flop. Touchdown.
Ernest Dixon with the pressure. Jeff Beagles, dicey. He dropped it. Brian Jones picks it up. Brian Jones has got a touchdown. 7-6.
Kept falling on the helmet. Now look at this. A perfect punt. It's down to the 1-yard line. Just let it go. Oh, but Alex Van Dyke takes it in the end. Tough day, Tom.
Yeah, Kellen Green, top of your screen. Spot shadow right there. Awfully quick off the football. This time in a stand-up position. Little outside moves. Comes back inside. And Steve Young, very fortunate there that he didn't injure it. You're going to see him get into it. And look how physical the receivers of the Panthers get with the DBs of the San Francisco 49ers, and no defensive back likes to be.
The drive against Seifert squad again. And again, can you believe Muhammad giving it to the Pope? He's the greatest of all time. the next play. NFC West, here's a battle for the AFC West. Marty Schottenheimer, 6-11 lifetime against John Elway. That's his years as Cleveland coach and Kansas City coach. But at Arrowhead, the Chiefs haven't lost since '94 against the Broncos.
Here you see coming out of the tight end position, Shannon Sharp, spot shadow, middle of the field. We'll stop it for you. Take a look at him right there. Look how far he would have run had he caught the ball. Instead, John throws into double coverage, and Dale Carter makes the pick.
This is the year we're forcing the turnovers, Warren. Brett Favre to Robert Brooks. It's a touchdown. And Brooks says, you know what? We're close to Lambeau. Let me go in the stands and see if I can find a Packer fan. But watch this. Get out of here, say the Viking fans. Whoa. Whoa. 7-0 the Pack. For Robert Brooks. Robert Griffith off the hands, but look at the hustle of Brooks. Griffith could go all the way. Doink! It's out of the end zone. It's a touchback. What hustle by Robert Brooks. Making the big play. Moon looking for Amp Lee. But George Kuntz steps in front. What speed for a middle linebacker. He could go all the way. He tiptoes down the sideline, did not step out. 21-17 the Pack. There's my name. There's the ball. Immediately, oh, Reggie's not there. Let's run there. And Robert Smith runs that direction.
Yeah, Robert Smith, great balance, and what a great call right where Reggie should have been.
24-21 Vikings.
By Brett Perriman and body control here. Look at him make the catch, and look at him keep his feet right in. Great awareness of where he was on the football field.
Nothing. Then Kramer to Curtis Conway in the game. Conway, 8 catches, 126 yards, and this 58-yard touchdown. So the Bears are down 14-10. As you see, Conway's first touchdown catch in his last 9 games.
Fall. Todd Collins nailed by Herman McCormick. Twist his ankle, sprained ankle at the... Always figure, well, even though we got cuts as Leon Lett, we can come back. 7:14 to go in the game. Aikman. And watch Herschel Walker, Tom, on this catch.
Yeah, and what a hit by Schultz.
Jeez, he knows nothing with the hit.
You know, a nice job of launching himself like a missile and turning Herschel.
Sandwich between Bryce Pop and Bruce Smith, Sean Price. 21-0, the Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, and Tony Martin, a great job here working on Larry Brown, who's nursing a bad foot right there. He spins him around, focuses on the ball, does a nice job.
And the first non-Tim Brown offensive touchdown of the year makes it 21-7. Napoleon Kaufman, no little man complex here. Look at him go. Good, go all the way. But Willie Clark catches him down at the 5-yard line, but a wide right. Fourth quarter. Chargers go for the kill. Humphreys to Tony Martin, his 3rd touchdown reception of the day. They missed the 2-point conversion. It's 33-21. Haas says we can come back. Oh, no, you can't, says Willie Clark. Look at him go. He does go all the way. Clark playing in place of the injured Dwayne Harper. Harper ruined the red. This time, it's Clark. Marco Coleman makes wide open on the near
side is Lake Dawson, and a first down with his first catch of the game at the 39.
Phil, if you have a blitz on, shouldn't there be man-to-man coverage, and he shouldn't be that wide open?
On the outside, Ray Crockett knows it's a blitz. He's protecting against a big play. Kansas City, Lake Dawson fortunate. They have the perfect play on against a situation like that.
Steve Atwater with a vicious hit, and Dawson injured on the play. 3rd and 11. Elway with the first down at the 35.
Davis on his way. Can anyone catch him? 30, 20. Terrell Davis. Touchdown. 65 yards. Was I just talking about the rushing?
Yeah.
Did I have down to 13?
This is what they're good at, though, Paul.
Opponents, especially quarterbacks. And he became the first linebacker ever to be named the league's most valuable player.
Maybe the guy Peyton might be. I like Coy Detmer out of that list. I also like this guy, the left tackle, big man, Orlando Pace. They're going to run a reverse, and Ohio State's good. They're deceptive. Most big offensive tackles, when it's a backside play, they lay down, eat a few oats, and they forget about the play. Forget it. There he is right there down the field, big Orlando Pace. And what does he do? Comes up with a humongous block. That's a highlight film. If they gave the award to the best player in college football.
Well, first quarter, look at this. They're going in. They're going to take their first lead since 1981. But no, Trent Dilfer picked up by Benny Blade. He could go all the way. Look at Trent. He's used like a dish towel. He's just dragged, gone. 98 yards, 7-0, Detroit. Yeah. Limped around. And watch this hit. Van Malone on Alvin Harper. Boom! He's Muggsy Malone. Watch it again, Tom.
Yeah, and the pass thrown inside exactly where a receiver doesn't want it and hung out to dry like that by Dilfer, one that Harper will.
1-3, much to the chagrin of that man, Al Davis. Second quarter, the Raiders trailing 3-0. Steve Wisniewski, this is the old Raider type, against Alonzo Spellman. And Spellman, Wisniewski, we don't like it. 4th down, punt, David Palmer. Spun, move, look at him go. Mike Horan, I don't think so. He could go all the way. David Palmer, might as well face it. You're addicted to love. Touchdown, 7-6, the Vikes.
Yeah, David Palmer, a great job of changing directions and making people lose their lanes. And Mike Horan, you're a man on an island.
Gone is Palmer. Jeff Fisher, it's 10-0. Then Tom Zach to Charles Johnson. Makes a beautiful leap between defenders and goes all the way in, 17-0. Does it remind you of Hartley, Tom?
Interference.
Then watch what happens here. The pass is complete to Mark Bruder, but Marcus Robertson and the quarterback, Mike Tomczak, start the fight. And look what happens. Kung Fu fighting, and Robertson gets thrown by Tomczak, comes back and grabs the face mask, jerks him around. Eventually, Robertson would get ejected. Flags, teams, everybody off the bench. It's a freakish. The Oilers, meanwhile, coming back at 20-7, and then Yancey Thigpen off his head. What a great play by Darrell Lewis. This diamond ring, 36 yards. And the Oilers have pulled to 20-14. Things get ugly. Shane Edge, first NFL game, he's going to take the safety. Gets drilled by Steve Jackson, no relation to Tom Jackson. But then, after Darrell Lewis comes in, and the punter, and the teams, and the refs, look at the fans and the people on the sideline scatter. Brawling again. Edge is ejected. Here's Mr. Clean going off with him. And it's not bad. Next play. Tony Brackens, the rookie. What a big game he had. Hey, look at Reggie White. Rick Meyer got to know him a little bit today. And the battle of the expansion. Panthers and Jags renew.
Oh, let's take a look. Cheeseheads in full force. First play from scrimmage for the Packers. Brett Favre to Robert Brooks. Darrell Williams with the tough hit, knocks the ball loose. Watch it again. Brooks left the game with a concussion. Tommy Howard, Tommy 10 yards.
Yeah, and Chris Warren here gets caught in the crowd, and this is what he does. The longer you give a good runner the ball, the further he's going to go. And he goes, no, 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 you're not going to catch me. I'm in the end zone.
17-7 at the half. Fourth quarter, 24-10 Packs. Cardinals special teams. Jeff Fiegel's punting for the second time. Eddie Kennison, the rookie from LSU. Eddie, welcome to the National Football League. 66 yards, 7-0 Rams after one. Tommy, what do you have on Tony Banks?
Tony Banks can set in the pocket and throw the football. Here he sets. Look at him put it up to Isaac Bruce. And a perfect pass over the top that gets there in a hurry.
Tied at 28. We go to overtime. In the overtime, LaShawn Johnson, 214 yards last week. His biggest run this week. We're in overtime. 66 yards all the way down to the 8-yard line. And that's going to set it up for the Cards. They were down by 14 points on...
For the Chiefs. They've won 10 of 13 games from the Bolts in the 90s. We're tied at 9. All field goals, Stoyanovich and John Carney. Darian Gordon fumbled the punt earlier to set up a field goal, but not this time. Gets away from Greg Minuski, and he could go all the way. Derry just get into the end zone, though, but it's 16-9.
To the right sideline, 25, turns upfield 30, 35, 40 into the clear. John Beebe going all the way. He will not be caught to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Green Bay. 90-yard kickoff return.
First and goal. Anderson has some moves, too. Cuts outside, cuts in, slips a tackle, touchdown. 28-4. We should give him the ball. Yeah, he's real good. From 14 yards. Couple of stutter steps, touchdown. The Falcons have made it 28-21. Anderson, look at him here, Tom.
Yeah, a dominating combination of speed and power. Look at him get up the sideline, break 3 or 4 tackles, go get every yard he can. We'll take a look at the end of this again. Look at him take on Boyd. He's not trying to avoid people as much as he is.
Just look at Bill Dickey, Yogi Berra and Don Larson 40 years ago. Albert Lewis comes in with the blitz. Neil O'Donnell down, out, shoulder separation.
Yeah, Lewis with the helmet up and under the arm. And you can see the pain right there on Neil O'Donnell's face.
It's 20-6. They're 80s. 27-13, Oakland late in the fourth quarter. Joe Aska, and you get the answer. The youngster could go all the way. 30-yard touchdown.
Berger punting for the Vikings. You're going to see Charles Evans trying to block Michael Bates. He steps to the outside. Bates goes inside. And this was over before it got started. 2 points for the Carolina Panthers.
Important. Rick had plenty of time to wallow in the mire. He was benched. John Freeze from Idaho gets the start. Freezer to Joey Galloway. Jumps against Calvin Jackson, giving your family a bad name. And 65 yards he could go all the way. 7-3 Hawks. Second quarter, Freeze says, you know, this Galloway guy's pretty good, huh? Watch this. Between 3 Dolphin defenders. 51-yard touchdown. Tom, where are they? What are they doing?
Well, I think with the Seattle Hawk defensive line, especially in short yardage, Sam Adams and Cortez Kennedy is it. And right there, you see both of them combined to stop on spikes.
The Dolphins lead it.
Interception, good protection for Dave Craig. Wayne Simmons looks over his inside shoulder, follows the ball, and then look at the fight. He fights the offender.
Another pack. It's a pack defense.
Yeah, great job by the pack against what they knew the Bears wanted to do, which is run the football. Here, George Kuntz through and into the backfield. Dex Rashaan Salam, and the Bears only had.
The Packers lead at 14-3. After Doug Evans' interception gets the ball back. Not once, but twice in the last minute of the first half. Favre, TD, bullet. What are you doing, Tom?
Well, we're going to take another look at
the... You knock it down! Ah! And Antonio Freeman made the catch. The Bears did knock it down. He made a great play. Antonio Freeman all the way around, didn't he?
And take a look at the beginning of this play. You see Spillman there take the lick, get the personal foul, and then at the end of this play, Freeman, a great job of getting up in the air after Mark Carrier began to fall down in the end zone.
Well, Favre ecstatic, Brian Cox on an extra point. Look at Brian, helmet off, not thrilled. The extra point is missed by Jackie, but then he says a couple things to the official, or at least tells him that we're number 1. Number 1, that's right, says BB. Meanwhile, the Packers not done. Watch Freeman, what an acrobatic day he had. Great catch! Second touchdown of the day as he leaps over Kevin Minifield for Freeman on the day.
Has got it despite getting drilled. Watch it again. Rice hit hard by Toby Wright, but held up. And it's Gerback. Down the sideline, Jerry Rice, 7 catches, 108 yards, and that touchdown. And San Francisco wins it.
Zach made it a 46-yard field goal, not a 36-yard field goal. It was a doinker. 7-0 Bills at the half. Third quarter, Collins dumps to Thurman Thomas. Thurman caught 8 balls for over 100 yards on the day. Look at him go! He could go all the way. But it does set up a field goal by Steve Harbaugh. Gets it going over to Ken Dilger, the tight end. Takes a...
The Chargers are going to run. When you cut back, there's nobody to block. The safety, watching, comes up. Nothing he likes more than an open shot on the running back.
We asked Junior Sale yesterday. Andre Coleman in motion. Humphreys.
Gets it to Fletcher. Fletcher fighting and gets to the goal line, but no save. Yes, touchdown, San Diego.
Fletcher catches this ball, Phil. Look what happens to him. They get here. Braxton and company, they have him right there. Now watch from behind. His own man. Boom. Yes. Just knocks him into the end.
Elway pumps. Wide open and sharp. Touchdown. Willie Clark just into the game. Davis. No, it's a fake to the in front of the middle. Touchdown. It's a touchdown. The fumble. Shannon Sharp. The hole. 17-14. Andre Coleman, a short kickoff at the 6. Coleman. Oh, is he drilled by rookie Detron.
Offense.
There's the fake. Elway into the end zone. Shot again.
But he wasn't even looking.
The Denver Broncos have a blitz on. Stan Humphrey sees it. But Glenn Cadres hits him with the top of the helmet.
McElwee, the referee, that's it. How many hits he takes?
Well, look at, you can see his chin is bleeding, and the one thing that worries me about Stan.
A pretty good laceration of the chin. I'll have to. Boys. Flag down. Humphreys to Charlie Jones. Almost intercepted by Steve Atwater. Jones in the collision with Atwater, slow and getting up. 3rd and 4. Mims. Elway, if he gets up from that, oh my. Tackle of Elway, you talk about bone rattling. It takes a man to take a hit like this. Oh.
He really had two choices. He either had Junior Seau or Mims. Neither one of them were very good.
I mean, but the one, what saved him at the last second, he saw Chris Mims coming. He braced himself.
Quarter. Heisman Trophy winner Eddie George. 45 of his 152 yards on the night, 20-17 Bengals.
Mitchell looks downfield and sees many choices. Herman Moore takes a licking but keeps on ticking. 21-0 late the second quarter. Barry Sanders on the lateral, back to Mitchell. Herman Moore again, 50-yard touchdown play. Lions lead 28-0, and remember in the stands, who's just watching, it's no score, so let's show you a fight. Ronnie Stern and Brad May, Saracen Doug, Spartan Pig. But May got hurt during this shoulder injury.
Hits Neuendijk to center, angling right as he comes into the Colorado zone. Oh! Big collision, and Neuendijk is down.
Still off the first portion of this Montreal penalty. Daniel Alfredson! Whoa, is he knocked to the ice by Bureau? Then, from the 33-yard line, Tom Zach to Cordell Stewart. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get the chin strap right there. Let me get the helmet right there. Shoulder pads, knee pads. Oh, yeah, the end zone. Touchdown. And he's still adjusting equipment. I've never seen anybody adjust so much and score untouched.
Yeah, outstanding job, too, by the offensive line as we take the overhead look. And look at the guys get out here, including Dermontti Johnson, Dawson, and they put hats on people so that Stewart's got it.
From Foxborough, Bill Pontiel against the Redskins. Second quarter, 6-3 Patriots. Gus Barat, Terry Allen. No, it's Leslie Shepard on the double reverse. And look at him go. Leslie Allen Shepard to the moon, Alice. 32 yards, 10-6, Redskins. 3rd and goal from the 1. Emmitt Smith with the usual convoy. Newton and company. Moose with a block. 10-0 count. Fifth to do that more in a moment. Meanwhile, Dallas defense. Top ranked in football going in. Fred Strickland nails. Larry Centers was open, but Kukart really hurt. It was tough. He stayed in the game, but no, he was not the head linesman. He was the umpire. Hit him right in the head. Portuguese all right.
Tremendous grab, so good, Tommy. It deserves some analysis.
Well, you take a second look at it here, Billy, and you just see him go up and show some great concentration right in the middle of defenders. Catch is actually the back part of the football.
Mid-second quarter, Eagles punting. Amani Toomer is ready to return. Toomer from his own 35. Toomer gets outside, and we have a developing situation because Toomer is going to go 65 yards for a touchdown. And as we watch it again, the Giants got a big break.
Yeah, you don't always get the calls, but number
27, dicey. Kevin Brown hit by Mike Mamula, and he loses the football. William Thomas has got the football, and William Thomas is going to go all the way for a touchdown.
Today.
I guess that was Kowalski. I was thinking of Killer Kowalski. And Haas, under pressure, ducks 2 tackles, sprints, James Jett, touchdown. What a pretty play. Win. Raiders go 3 and out. 1st and goal. Herman Moore steals the touchdown from Terry McDaniel. Drive took a minute 29. 34-4. Same drive. Thermal Thomas. Boy, he has killed the Dolphins through the air. 19 yards. You think they're not pumped up? The Young's about the 9. Watch what happens. Kelly picked off by Terrell Buckley. He's not going to get him. Parker says, let me nail somebody, but he's not going to get Buckley. Go all the way. 91 yards. Touchdown Miami. They're up 21-7. Horrible day for Kelly. Migraine headache for Marv. Good hair day for Jimmy.
I like the other job. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. No score. Robert Smith says, I'm going to change that. There's a hole. There's a couple of Tampa defenders. There's guys in these ugly gold pants.
Michael Barrow getting to know Bobby Hebert. First quarter, no score. Chris Chandler, play fake to Eddie George. And the Falcons bid on it. Chris Sanders, great grab. More than that, a touchdown for June Jones. Chandler strains his right groin.
Going deep. They'll run the toss. It's a halfback option. He's going to throw back. Here's Plummer. Plummer's got it. 7-yard line. Cuts to the 5. Touchdown!
Whoa, that's a put right to the seat of his pants.
Wants to throw on 1st down and 10. He's going deep down the left sideline for Hayes. He caught it one-handed at the Fresno State 29.
4 TD passes. But Craig Aaronson's not done. He says, I got O.J. McDuffie. Zip! Another beautiful seam pass. He says, we want noise here. Aronson to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but he's knocked down by Wilt Chamberlain right there. And if he came in, everybody else would be ineligible. No, don't warm up, because Ricky Waters, he was warm. Looking to make the cut. Lewis Oliver and company, they're not going to get him. He could go all the way. 49 yards. 3 before the dive. First to go over the 3. Emmitt Smith, touchdown.
Is Banks, the rookie Eddie Kennison. Great catch here. Touchdown, Rams up by 3. Graham hits Larry Centers. In the flat, Centers. A nifty move there, and he'll go in for the touchdown, 10-0.
15,000 at the Dome. Partly because of this scene with Iron City Light being dumped all over him at Three River Stadium about 3 weeks ago. All sorts of fines, punches, pushes.
By Chris Dishman.
So the Oilers kick a field goal, 3-0. Tom Zach 2nd and 10 goes down the field. Charles Johnson, a great catch, and he's gone. Boy, had a big rookie year, and then it's quiet for a couple weeks back. 70 yards, 7-3. Look at it again, Tom.
Yeah, and you watch Marcus Robertson, and if there is one rap on Rod Woodson, as great as he is, he's overly aggressive. He bites on the pump fake, allows the receiver to get behind him.
Underplayed it. Young. Well, who would you look to? Yeah, I'd look to number 8. Jerry Rice. Bobbles. It's up in the air. Oh, it's picked off by Bo Orlando. Now then the next down. Brown drops back to pass. And it's into the hands of Darryl Green. Tommy came into the league fast. He's still fast. He could go. I don't think Dave's going to catch him. Oh, no, wait. 28-0 Redskins at the half.
It's on the Carolina 30-yard line, 4th and 1. Zellers met head-on by the former Saint Sam Mills.
A.K.A. Field Mouse.
The Field Mouse.
Company start from their 28-yard line. Terrell Davis. Room. Daylight. Oh. This could get ugly. And Langham catching. Not soon enough. Officially, they'll call it 71 yards. They've gotten hammered in the offensive line as well.
Here's Eric Green right there. Check that out. Boom! Oh.
And Randy Hilliard obviously has had martial arts.
Go from the one. Broncos elect to go for it rather than to leave the Ravens in range. Davis is stacked up at the goal line on a brilliant play by the Ravens defense.
Terrell Davis had some air.
The area, it'll be 2nd down 10.
And you're right. Ed Sutter, Tim Goad, Stephon Moore comes on. You're going to see him coming at the end. He'll be the one that keeps Terrell Davis out of the end zone, supposedly. But the front of that white line is over the line. That ball is right there. It has crossed the line. And Mike Shanahan visibly upset.
Furious at the officials. Shanahan believes his team deserved the touchdown on the play. Testaverde today, 25 of 40, 318 yards, 4 TDs. He needs a completion right now. Picked off. Tyrone Braxton.
Outside, you see Saunders trying to block on him, and Saunders didn't think taking that angle that he could possibly get there, and he did.
Special teams so big, every foot. Dreams of a perfect season. Second quarter and scoreless. Tennessee 1st and 10 at their own 19. Peyton Manning looking to pass. Gary Mosher going to get him, and watch Detmer's head get thrown hard to the turf at Folsom Field. A second-degree concussion. Detmer forced to leave and would have to watch the second half in street clothes. Washington and Oregon, bad blood in this rivalry over the last few years. 7-0 Washington in the first. Corey Dillon had another unbelievable day.
Mark, Arizona State trying to march towards the Rose Bowl, facing Stanford today following an interception. Jake Plummer scrambles out of trouble, finds J.R. Redmond, 31 yards.
Texas tackles.
Play fake by Detmer. Downfield for Caruth. And he caught it. What a magic act.
How does he do that?
Hocus pocus.
You like to sort of sit around and see if you can get a shot on the punter. Look at Peach now. He's going downfield. And let's see Lewis. Yeah, comes out of nowhere and lights him up. And he's hurt.
The Redskins held to the... And look at the extra point. Scott Galbraith into Richard Dent. And boom! Dent says, don't do that. And Richard is ejected from the game. The Colts have cut it to 17-13 at the half. Late in the third quarter, Brian Mitchell. Here's where the game separated. Looking to make the move outside. Look at him have a little convoy. And even though a couple of Colts chase him all the way down inside the 20, he could go all the way. Oh, you're not going to call it.
It's momentum that knocked that ball forward.
So a good call there. The Skins get it. Terry Allen breaks free at the 20. He could go in for his 3rd touchdown of the day. 31-16. Let's get 6 touchdowns.
4-yard line.
2 plays later, final seconds of overtime. Testaverde to Michael Jackson, the biggest of the day, as it wins the ball game with 10 seconds to go in over.
On the flea flicker, the result is an easy touchdown to Keyshawn Johnson,
who had a big first half and then a foot fracas. Adrian Morrell and Seth Joyner. Joyner doesn't like what's going on here, and he retaliated. He ended up getting tossed. Cards down 17-0 at the half.
And Sunday, they shake hands opposite sides of the field. Dan Marino back. Wearing the protective shoe. Barry Switzer, he's won a Super Bowl. Okay, let's play the game. The talk is over. Troy Aikman, pump fake to Michael Irvin. I tell you what, he's back. 36-yard complete picks, lays out Kelvin Martin on a punt. O.J. McDuffie unloads on Billy Davis. Even Emmitt Smith twisted and tangled up in aqua. His knee a little sore, but Emmitt back after a few plays. Meanwhile, Marino gets it going. Looking deep, fires. Randall Hill fleeting ahead of the defense, 46 yards.
Yeah.
Hey, how about the Cowboys? They're up 16-10. Then 3rd and 17, next Cowboy possession. Michael Irvin. Where's the defense? 61 yards down to the 3-yard line. My goodness. There were 2 plays later. Aikman, Irvin. 2-yard touchdown, 22-10. Irvin. Hey, Jimmy knows this. 12 catches, 186 yards. Then, 2nd and goal. Aikman. Let's see, we've gone to the tight end. We go to Michael Irvin. What about Emmitt Smith? Oh, yeah, him. Number 22. Hit, but not stopped at the 1. Touchdown. 3 touchdowns in the second half for the Cowboys. And Barry Switzer, Jimmy Johnson is going to get out of here. And so, a convincing win. And Cortez helped make it happen.
Yeah, great play by Cortez Kennedy, tossing aside Joe Cacuzo, and then leaping over Greg Engel right there to put the hit on Salisbury as he's throwing the football.
Yeah, without Courtney Hall and Junior Seau and And Stan Humphries, the deck was stacked, and Chris Warren's been quiet all year, gets a couple of blocks. Gone! Go all the way! But he doesn't. Galloway made the block on Kevin Ross at the 50-yard pickup.
Yeah, Joey Galloway peeling back to make that block on Kevin Ross right there.
10. Down 13-6, Salisbury into traffic. Darrell Williams picks it off. Look at him go up to the midfield strike. He could go all the way. Change those inside the number graphics. We've had a couple of more, and he's...
McCaffrey, 87, in motion. Elway throwing deep and has Sharp. Touchdown. A 46-yard pass play. An adventure in that last kick return. And here's Vanover. Across the 10. Puts the speed on. Gets across the 40. Elam is back. Vanover inside the 20, and he goes all the way. Pump. And again, just couldn't find anyone. Terrific coverage, and then a big hit made. Braxton and Mobley making the contact with...
They're coming down the field. Now, this is a running play. It's a draw. It looks like a pass, and then it's a run. There's the chop block right at the knee, and that's what all the controversy is about right now. This is not an illegal block. The only time that is considered an illegal block if the person being blocked is obviously, quote, obviously out of the play. Well, how can you tell when a player is obviously out of the play?
The Broncos are very upset. Several Bronco players over to the Kansas City sideline screaming at Kansas City Chiefs.
Watch Carter's reaction on the sideline. Now, he's just made a block. He's back to his sideline, and here come the Denver Broncos to come over to express themselves, and he's not backing down. Not good for the game, that part of it. Tough football is good, and that was legal. That's the kind of thing, though, that may be discussed.
14-year veteran, Lionel Washington. Oh, here is a flea flicker, and Bono throwing deep downfield. It is broken up. Vanover not able to hold on, covered by Crockett.
Ray Crockett. Now the penalty happens just after this action right here. Right here. There's Vanover right there on the crossing pattern. Bono's out of the pocket. Alfred Williams.
Well, Terrell, back to pass to Natron Means. Means runs right through Rod Jones at the goal line. He's in there, 14-7 Jacksonville. Out the Bengals, no answer in the fourth. It's Blake again to Pickens again. Pickens, 6 catches, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns, tied at 14. Blake, pretty good afternoon, 19 to go. After a Jags touchdown, they're down 28-21. The onside kick. Dave Thomas and Dana Hall both collide. Thomas and Hall, it looked terrible. Thomas left the field on a stretcher, broke his left femur. Hall left the field, a sprained lower back.
So that tricky Dan Reeves. Tyrone quickly. He's going to throw it. And it's down to Cris Callaway, there's the score there.
Yeah, Detmer showed a lot of poise with pressure on his backside. You see Lamar Latham coming from the backside, nails it, and we've seen some mighty feisty quarterbacks this year. Detmer says, get up off of me. Latham starts a little something, and you see Detmer right there saying, Brooks, we got a touchdown. Just let it go.
Only 6 points. First of all, let's go with Ty Detmer, who we showed on the NFL Countdown. Had a nice story with him.
It's a habit. 20 yards for the touchdown. The Patriots have the lead. Lepet says, you know what? I am not a crook.
It's a fumble. Anthony Smith rumbling, bumbling, stumbling
to Ricky Earp, and the Senator goes 20. I say he goes 25 yards for a touchdown.
Kelly throws an intercept. What? Steve, I got you, babe. Bono. I got you, babe.
Off to number 30, and look at that little maggot run.
Oh, Nelly. Let me tell you about traction. Cris had Vinny to Michael Jackson. Into the end zone. Miami's defense. Marco Coleman.
John Carney, 43 yards out for the win. It is good.
Good night, everybody. everybody! It's a great Ironhead Hayward. Watch this. And boom, and boom. And watch this. And boom, and boom. And Norton Jr. hits her right to the face and a left to the jaw, just like his daddy would have done. Moon across the middle to Ernest Gibbons from
Louisville.
Now, watch what happens. Brett Favre throws it, and then it's
Primetime. Primetime.
Look at Dion make the interception and start up the field.
And Cris, he gets loose, and what? He could go.
He could go all the way.
Psych. No, not this time.
Tom Jackson, Pete Axtell, and for Gail Gardner and John Saunders, our entire crew on Primetime, I'm Chris Berman. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
We haven't changed at all, have we?
We looked exactly the same.
Yeah, right. That was, that end there was September 13th, 1987, the first time NFL Primetime ever hit the air. That was the first year that we had the NFL here at ESPN. That first highlight with Nixon in there was the Patriots beat Miami 28-20. It's Reggie White.
Yeah, Reggie White, a great job rushing the punter here. Tommy Barnhart, he fakes the fake punt, then tries to punt the ball. Reggie White does a great job of the block. And Green Bay somewhere underneath there getting the recovery.
Then second quarter. Well, here we go. Here's Trent Dilfer and what? Nothing there.
Yeah, White working on Riesenberg, and then watch this pass rush right here. Not a lot of technique to it. Just kind of pushes Riesenberg over right to Trent Dilfer.
Who needs technique? As we go inside the numbers, here it is. Once again, the Bucks. The Bay of Pigs, our 2000th highlight. Why do we show this? Well, in that one, you didn't have it, you could go all the way, but we're guessing here about 1,182 of those in our 2000 highlights. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, we've had about 874. From
Louisville.
257, your number. From
Brown University.
Steve Jordan's number, 83. Buccaneers winning highlights over this time. Only 47. They won a nitro game. We didn't do that, so they've actually won 48. That odyssey. It's the Oilers hosting the 49ers, and there you go. That's an odyssey. Marquez Pope, hell up to the face. Steve Young down, and then Michael Barrow was all over. This is the third play that just drills him. Just drills Steve Young.
Yeah, perfectly legal hit. Great acceleration by Barrow and helmet to helmet. Right there, put Young down.
Steve to the bench, diagnosed. He had a...
And danced in the aisles is Ohio State. Mauls.
Hutchinson.
Floating it out deep for Walters. Walters makes the catch at the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cardinal.
John Bodine, second fight in 2 games. Laws, and Bodine, Laws are right, Bodine are right, Bodine are right. Oh, Laws caught him with a right. Bodine stands right in there, and then Laws takes him down.
Coming from sticky defense, there's another one.
Hardaway pick Best pocket. Here comes Timmy, right at Travis. Blocked by Jalen Rose.
Whoa, Brent Scott.
Front strong, man. And Kovalov moving in, shooting and scoring.
Oh, man, did he pay for it, too.
Dublin to play Navy. Third quarter, Irish in control, 21-7. Navy quarterback Chris McCoy hit by Corey Minor. That's a major problem. Fumble, Ronaldo win, 24 yards, touchdown, and we love Ireland.
Michael Barrow comes up on the other side, down the bottom of your screen. He gets picked up by the running back, number 32, Oscar Gray.
Hit the 2-minute warning. Blackman on Russell in a tie game at 16.
What is McCoy?
What? And that is Robert Blackman going the distance. Do you believe it?
Oh, then, Jerome Bettis. North and south all the way. Look at him go. Go all the way. No one's going to catch him. The Steelers. 4 touchdowns, 5 shots in the red zone for Pittsburgh. After the Rams make it 21-6, Eric Pegram gets the ball on his own 9, cuts left. Watch. He's up to the midfield stripe. Torn door, number 46. I don't think so. I don't think Lowmiller's going to get him. Go all the way. 91 yards. Eric Pegram 7 with the kickoff return.
Down there, and then 4 plays later, Cannell to Thomas Lewis. Cannell's first career NFL touchdown pass. Welcome to the National Football League. Giants up 16-zip.
Third quarter.
Yeah, we're going to see here Scott Broomfield lined up on the left, number 72 for the Bengals, and Tony McGee, number 82 on the right side. Very dangerous collision here as they come and collide helmet to helmet right there. Broomfield would be down and obviously the players on the field very concerned.
For Brumfield, a spinal injury.
7-0 Chargers. Still first quarter. It's a blitz. Harbaugh's pass. Watch. Picked off by Kevin Ross. After all these games without a pick, this was not Harbaugh's day. Look at this. Picked off by Terrence Shaw. He died. Then he gets up. He wasn't done diving. Look at him go to the 35, make a move inside the 34. Look at him try and get the outside. Sale makes a block. Down the sidelines. Boom. And then, yeah, boom. No, he only got to the 3.
First of those blockers, Lamont Warren, watch him get in the way right here. The second of those blockers and just get tossed aside by Junior Seau. And then Harbaugh right there. Watch.
Starting, but more importantly, Barry Sanders had a 100-yard game in 6 games. He wanted to get started, but not until, John Beebe nailed by Ron Rice on the pass by Favre.
Yeah, safety coming from the other side. I don't think Favre ever saw 6 or 7 football games.
And then watch Barry Sanders here, 3rd and 15 at the 18, looking to make the move. Santana Dotson looked like Carlos saw Santana. Said, boy, Beebe still in the game after that hard hit, but watch this collision with Benny Blades. Favre steps up and wings it, and boom! Both down, both returned. Rough collision. Guy McIntyre made the block. It's a 14-10 game, Eagles at the half.
Yeah, we take a look at this matchup between Eric Williams and William Fuller, because I think that you have to dominate that position, and Fuller refused to be intimidated.
And then that was a heavyweight battle. It's a welterweight scrap between Deion Sanders and Troy Vincent. Of course, both of them better than that Gaston Alonzo Highsmith, the fight we saw earlier today. Bobby Taylor, they got him to guard Michael Irvin. That was a pass interference setting up a touchdown. But later, look at the tight coverage by tackle. Then Aikman under pressure. Look what happened. Steps up. He's picked off by James Willis. He's going to run out of the end zone. I need somebody faster. There's Troy Vincent. Look at Nate. 2 and 8 can't get him. Nate Newton. Whoop! Whoop! Hey! I can't get him. Don't tell me Vincent's going all the way. A play that combined went 102 yards. Touchdown.
Lewis makes a nice grab of the football. And then before the half, right here, we ought to call this the Dale Carter rule. Right there, you can see the Oilers getting a little chippy and Sanders chipping on Selwyn Jones.
3rd quarter tied at 6. Freeze deep for Mike Pritchard. This is a phenomenal catch, Tommy. Some analysis.
Well, Pritchard right here makes a great grab, and you can see he's being grabbed by Darrell Lewis right there. Makes the nice one-handed stab. Just
6 Seahawks, 4th quarter tied at 9. McNair, Chris Sanders wide open. Look at this. Great move right there. Down the sidelines he goes, 65 yards. And the Oilers are up 16-9. Seahawks next possession. Quite a hit there. Ricky Prohl. Watch Blaine Bishop. Bang! Quite a hit there. Seahawks hang.
Dusk and in the wind and in the potential snow and the whist in the air
for Marv Levy and the Buffalo Bills. Terry Allen's had a huge season, but stopped here with a late red zone 30 yards. Then Kelly, Thermal Thomas, powers in from the 3. Boom, boom! It's 7-7 and 86-7 at the half. Marv Levy's squad is 228 yards at the half. Then Derek Coleman, watch this. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. Jim Taylor didn't do it any better. 7 Redskins tackle him at a 19-yard game. That sets up, you got to let him score after that. Boom, boom, boom. It's a touchdown. 24-7 the Bills after 3. Then
Farad to Michael Westbrook. Those Redskins are game. This is why Westbrook, a #1 pick a year ago, Tom.
Yeah, solid ball club that doesn't quit. They'll be around somewhere close at the end, Chris.
Ends do score to make it 31-13, but the Bills... Oh, no, we have that field today. Kelly to Derek Holmes. Boom, boom, he's into the end zone. 13-yard run. All told for the Bills. Jimmy knew that the bounces and the calls were, at least in the fumble department, were not going his way. Bledsoe makes them pay. Ben, amazing Technicolor dream coats, fights his way in for the touchdown. 21-17 P-Man. Fourth quarter, just over 8 minutes to go. A dump pass to Coates. And we saw Derek Holmes, look at this big fellow tight end, have the wheels and outrun everybody on Miami. Good, go all the way. You might have seen former Dolphin Keith Byers make a block on that play. Doing the job in the paint. First and goal from the 10. Abdul-Jabbar, but he loses the dribble. Lamar Thomas picks it up and dives out of the 1-yard line. Next play. Marino. Abdul-Jabbar will skyhook, yes. And the Dolphins lead at 14-6.
5 receivers in this set. Elway out of the shotgun. Stepping up, under pressure. Scrambles for time. Throws, caught in the back of the end zone by Shannon Sharp. Vintage Elway and Shannon. Too much on that. 3rd and 10 at the 49. Elway, pump fake.
He's wide open.
Elway, wide open is Rod Smith for the touchdown. Rod Smith.
And it was a good move to the inside by Rod Smith, and then just an up Elway with all the time that Dan described, and just an easy touchdown.
You look at the pass protection. Look at that. No one from the Raiders was even getting close to John. Brown and Lynch just didn't.
18-yard touchdown. We're tied at 7.
Yeah, and you can always tell a guy who's missed the block. Watch Joe Kelly, bottom of the screen, right there, spot shadowed. He doesn't run down the field to cover because he knows there's no need. Ball's going to be blocked by Northern. Try to pick him up before he gets to the end zone.
So we're tied at moments later from the 5. Thurman Thomas, he showed the moves the last few weeks at New England in the second half against Washington. Didn't he follow the blockers well?
Well, and the thing that was most impressive about Thurman today, he still had that bounce in his step to get to the outs.
Now the Bills defense, Bruce Smith said hello to Guy Detmer. Then in the blitz, Marlon Kern. Oh, man, Tom.
Yeah, and you watch this blitz coming from the safety, gets a clear shot, and look at the snap on Detmer's head right there. But Detmer bounced.
Bills. Early fourth quarter, the Eagles come back. Detmer, 4 for 4 and starts another big game for Irving Fryer. 10-yard touchdown, 24-17. Then the pass to Irving Fryer. And look at the lick that Matt Stevens, number 23, the rookie, puts on him. Then Fryer says, no problem. Let me dust myself off. It's a first down. Stevens breaks it up. 4th and goal, 25 seconds left. Bruce Smith beats his man. Sacks Detmer, game over.
Yeah, and that man, Barrett Brooks, the tackle, we're going to see him watch.
So we do have a second quarter, 7-3 Ravens. Bam Morris, huge day. 109 yards rushing, and he picked up 52 yards there as he broke both tackles. 14-3 Ravens for Testaverde.
Oh, it's just a mess. Opening drive of the game. Rocket Ismail takes the reverse, goes 35 yards, virtually untouched. And just like that, it's 7-0 P-Men. And Chris Berman mask night.
Must be a laugher for Washington. Boomer doesn't like the play call, then he backs up. Calls shotgun, changes the play. Skins don't change the defense. He airs it. Right back, Marcus Dowdell, and he's gone. 64 yards. Cards lead it 13-10. When we roll on NFL Primetime, what a wild game this was. It took longer to play the Skins and Cards than it took for the PAT. And the Redskins and Cardinals go down to about 5 wires at RFK. While the when you have numbers like Boomer Esiason did, firing at will against the Redskins. And often that time was good coverage, but boy, they were wide open. Only Norm Van Brocklin in 1951 and Warren Moon 6 years ago had better passing days than Boomer Esiason. Only 7 quarterbacks have ever thrown for 500 yards. Boomer today enters that club.
2 plays later, Chandler whoops, but picks it up. Chris Sanders has got it. Chris Sanders is gone. 42 yards for the touchdown. Oilers up by the score of 7-0. The Saints would fumble the ball.
Going to work the tackle eligible here. The importance of selling the block. Right there he does on the end. Slips off into the flat for a touchdown.
And a tough day for the Saints. The punter, Klaus Wilsmeyer.
Louisville.
Run over. Malcolm Floyd ran him over. Don't read those lips. And the suddenly potent Rams. What's going on? The rookie Eddie Kennison, the top punt returner in the National Football League. He's got it. And he gets a big block there, and he's gone. 78 yards for the touchdown, his second punt return TD this season. 7-0 Rams. Tommy, some analysis.
Yeah, we take a look at the key block on Albert Shelley right there by Mike Skurlock and Claudius Wright, and you see what it's like to be the outside guy in coverage on a kick return.
Lawrence Phillips, a rookie.
Second quarter, though, after a Dilfer fumble, Raiders take advantage. Harvey Williams, the option jump pass to James Shadowmuch. He makes a nice jump on the photographer. We're tied at 7. All right, now we move to the fourth quarter, 7-10 Raiders, 3rd and 8. Dilfer cannot find anybody, but guess what? A real surprise. There's a flag on the play, roughing the passer, Tom.
Yeah, you see Andre Bruce come in here and not come in low around the legs, but come in high, come in late, get the roughing call, and the...
When we return, hey, Steelers have owned the Bengals, but the Bengals have a new feeling in the start since 92. That can't be right. Well, Tom, what about Bieniemy?
Well, and Bieniemy goes a little bit overboard right there, trying to intimidate Rod Woodson and draws a roughing penalty for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, instead of a squib kick at the end of half, 17-10, they figure instead of a long kick, they figure a squib kick. But look what happened. David Dunn makes him pay. He could go all the way 90 yards on a squib kick. The crowd ecstatic. We're tied at 7.
It's fighting his teammate, Alfred Payton, but it's Payton doing the fighting. He punches his coach, Steve Spurgeon. Look at it again. Payton, right in the face. That's nice.
Kevin Berline, Wesley Walls, touchdown or not. Well, refs talk among themselves.
He play looks like he has it long enough here. You're a ref. You're looking at it at full speed. It's a judgment call. I think we have to trust the ref's decision. Touchdown.
We're tied.
Lamar Lathan here into Tony Banks. Dirty or not, Tom?
Well, certainly a questionable call. It looked like Lamar saw the ball gone and then rolled into Tony Banks, but the
3rd and goal, Jim Kelly stacked up. You know, Jim got a touchdown the other week. He wants another one. Marv says 4th down, of course. Kelly calls his own number. Hit a little bit late. He takes exception to it. But the Bills up 14-0 after a 19-play drive that took almost 8 minutes and covered 92 yards. Now, Kelly's thrown an interception to Ambrose to make it 14-7. Kajana Carter gets the lateral, fumbles it, picks it up, fumbles it, and David White playing for the injured Bryce Pup. Good, go, oh, no, wait, wasn't that long a play? After the hit by Spielman, and sure. The next play against Darrell Green.
You use the right word, Chris. Dart, a great change of pace for the Eagles here. The nice stiff arm on Darrell Green to the outside. Maintains his balance right there. Goes for the extra yardage, gets 22 on the play.
With the block, 14-0 Steelers. Scary moment. Orpheus Roy hits Michael Cheever. He goes down, arms frozen, suffered a concussion. Did not return, but was on the bench later on, so at least the Steeler defense.
Well, a great job of the Steelers here, putting more men at the line of scrimmage than you can block. Carnell Lake comes through, makes a nice hit on Brunell, gets the fumble. Not only did they not block Carnell, they didn't block the guys who are blocking for him as he's going down the field.
5 touchdowns the last 10 games for the Steelers. For 92 yards a game, they ranked near the bottom. Last year, Terrell Davis came on the scene, 125 yards a game, they ranked 5th. So far this year through 11 games, 165 yards a game on the ground, ranked tops in the NFL. One of the reasons.
What do you got to do?
You got to knock it down.
What do you got to do?
And if you're Keyshawn Johnson, you got to catch it. Right there.
Almost caught it. Watch it again as Keyshawn Johnson, oh so close to a miracle. As it is, the Colts hold on to win it by the final score of 34. One of his 2nd and 10. Boomer Esiason to Larry Centers, the leading receiver in the National Football League. And Centers is the center of attention. Look at this. How is he not going down? Eventually, he will go down. It sets up a touchdown.
Yard drive, and Steve Young. Congratulations, Elvis. Let's get going. 10-7 Niners, first play of the second quarter. Gerback, yeah, why not throw it at Jerry Rice? Touchdown, 35 yards, 17-7, 49ers. Rice with 982 points. The all-time leading scorer for the Niners, passing Ray Worship.
Yeah, Zaire said his arm was going forward, but you can see right there clearly his arm going back. Nice double dip by Dolman for the touchdown.
Rodney Thomas at the 13-yard line.
And a little isolation there to watch the great special teams work by Rodney Thomas, and look at him hustling downfield to make that hit on Dardar.
Next play, though, another rookie linebacker making a homecoming. Zach Thomas from Texas Tech into the end zone. Touchdown. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. The Bucs have cut it to 14-10. Trent Dilfer. Tipped, and Courtney Hawkins.
Yards per game to Emmitt Smith, second in yards per rush to Barry Sanders over the last 2 years. Not bad for the 196th draft choice from 2 years ago. Coming.
Owen Nolan just smoked Schottenberg. Deep drop, scrambling right. Looking to go to the end zone. Looks and launches the deep, throwing it into triple coverage. Jump ball. It's caught! It's caught in the end zone! Touchdown, Andre Coleman! Holdinger has a breakaway. In the clear. He scores! Through a fire, megastars in the game. Bobby Sura just threw it down. McAllister too deep. He's going to bring it out. Got a seam. Cuts back to the far sideline. McAllister inside the 40. He's gone. Down to Kenny Clee. Look what happened.
Pick up by led to a Packer field goal. 9-3 Rams at the half. Third quarter, first play. Green Bay has just made a statement. Doug Evans has just returned.
Langford. And Cincinnati leads the NFL with 28 picks. What a great play and the interception. And Blake, here he is going off the screen. 61 yards to Carl Slim Pickens. 17-0. Then every young to 17. And then every young defensive lineman's dream, Tom.
Big play, big day for the rookie Javon Langford here. His first career sack right there on Bobby Hebert. And Cris, he's off and running. He's to the 30, the 35. He's cutting across field to the 40, to 50. He could go all the way.
Well, you can't take a quarterback home like you would take a touchdown with game ball home, so he gets the lap around the stadium. Meanwhile, fourth quarter, 27-17, Hebert, Eric Metcalf. Now, kind of got caught between the shoulder pad, the elbow. Eventually, comes down with a circus catch, 27 yards, and the Falcons are down by just 3, 27-24. But Blake, again off the screen to Pickens, 14 yards. Carl Pickens, 11 for 176. And 3 touchdowns and throws the 2nd and 12 from the 19. Craig avoids the blitz. And Curtis Conway is wide open. 3 plays, 66 yards. But the touchdown, 14-7 Bears. Sanders, watch this. Bounce, a block, and then a cut. Watch this. Right there at the 10. He's gone. 22 yards, Barry at 100 to him.
Deceptively fooling them by throwing into coverage.
Although Kelly did leave. More on that in a moment. Then Hanson and Smith.
Yeah, Hanson and Smith, and then watch Bruce Smith getting after him right there, and look at Hanson with the hit right on the goal line.
The Bills' defense, according to Bruce Smith, the best since he's been there. Fourth quarter, it's 28-10, and Eric Moldsheet is gone. Forget Dan Silvestri's attempted tackle. He could go all the way. 97 yards for the... What happens? William Clay flies in, kind of a weird play. But Harbaugh's planted left knee, leaves with a sprained left knee, would not return. He's out 2 to 3 weeks with a sprained left MCL. Fourth quarter. On the screen to Curtis Martin. Watch him make the move and split tacklers and pick up 26 yards. Then Martin makes the move on Ray McElroy right there. Diedrich Mathis can't get him there. 13 yards, 27-6 Patriots.
And the move he makes on Diedrich Mathis right here at the end, sometimes the great one can defy physics. Right there, he backs out and then gets restarted again the last 5 yards.
This is a bad sight with Harbaugh out, but Paul Justin provided the humorous play of the day. The bad snap. Willie McGinnis turns him around. He's like 25 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Watch what happens. And Tom, what should they do?
Knock it down!
For the 4th time this year, the Patriots have given up a Hail Mary. But no harm, no foul. Warren Moon says, hey, Scotty, way to cracker him. 4 plays later, Johnson. This is the catch of the year, folks. Watch. Chris Carter. Are you kidding me? Both feet were in. Touchdown.
Yeah, Torrey James on the coverage. Nice move by Chris Carter. Pretty good coverage by James. Look at the footwork and the hands.
One of the big...
got that call. He was called down.
Well, they kick a field goal on a tie at 13. Fourth quarter, 29-20 Cardinals. 3 minutes to go. Kevin Butler kicks off. And Derek Witherspoon scoops it up at the 5. Breaks a tackle right there. Makes a move at the 15. Scoots up at the 25. And ladies and gentlemen, he's gone. He could go all the way. 95 yards. The Eagles have cut it to 29-27 with under 3 minutes to go. 29-27 with under 3 minutes to go. Next kickoff.
Watch this. It's an onside kick. Bouncing, bouncing. Oh, it's recovered by the Eagles, and he could go all the way. Johnny Thomas. But you cannot advance an onside kick. You do get the ball. So no score. But now Vince Philbin's going, what is going on? This is what's going on. Detmer to Freddie Solomon. 22 yards. 2 plays later. Detmer to Kevin Turner. 11 yards. That sets up Gary Anderson. Field goal. Under a minute to go. Good. 33 yards. 30-29 Philadelphia. Folks, we're not done. What an amazing last 3 minutes of this game. Cardinal ball. Under a minute to go. Boomer Esiason to Marcus Dowdell. 18 yards. 2 plays later. 30 seconds ago. Boomer Esiason to Rob Moore. 11 yards. Ray Rhodes says, what, McHale? Esiason to Marcus Dowdell. Touchdown! Touchdown! Boomer, 180 yards in the fourth quarter. Has thrown for 367 yards in the...
Than linebackers do. Steve Atwater, well, he is a linebacker, playing safety.
Steve Atwater says he loves to come up and hit those running backs in the backfield. The thing that really separates him and what makes him so good, look at the timing, finding the hole, getting to the running back. That's why he makes all those tackles behind.
3rd and 1. Down at the 6-yard line. Denver 7, Minnesota nothing. 13th play of this drive. The quarterback is Brad Johnson playing for the injured Warren Moon. Oh, boy, is what a back behind the line. John Mobley hauling him down. In the second, and Elway floats it out. Oh, what a hit on Shannon's glove, and was picked up out of deflection by Orlando Thomas. Oh, and Sharp is hurt.
43 Orlando Thomas coming up, just going for the football, intercepts and delivers a blow at the same time.
It's good for a pickup of 20.
Look where the ball is thrown. Look where Tally is. Look where that ball's thrown. You got 2 linebackers and a safety, and he puts that thing right between everybody.
The key is the defender, Dara Talley, never turns around. John Elway does a good job of throwing right off the shoulder.
A first down at the 23-yard line. It is picked off, intercepted by Mobley.
I would take Mobley now and put him on offense.
It is a third by Braxton. Tagline, the deep drop setting up the screen. Horde. Oh, he took a good shot. Horde met by Romanowski. Now this is second game with the Minnesota Vikings. There is the hard hit. The sandwich involving all. And listen to the impact of this hit on the...
See Horde on the bench time. At least tie the ball game, so he really has him back on their heels.
Now to a half minute remaining. 3rd and 2. Elway with the look. It is deflected, and it is caught. Caught by McCaffrey. Touchdown Denver.
I don't believe this.
I don't either.
Up in the air. 3 different guys had a shot.
Ball. The Ravens would maintain possession right there.
Here's why they drafted Jonathan Ogden in the first round, so he can catch touchdowns. Vinny to Ogden, all those tricky Ravens. Then you think Eric Green wants to catch a touchdown against his ex-mates? Tom, watch. Eric Green says, here's a touchdown, and here I am.
You got rid of me, didn't you? You got rid of me, didn't you? You got rid of me, didn't you? Yeah.
And so the Ravens snap it. Blanchard, look at Smith's hand get up there. What does he do? He knocks it down, Tom. We're tied at 10. 44 seconds left in regulation. Ellis Johnson. He stuffs Derek Holmes in the backfield, almost a safety.
Yeah, about on the 2-yard line, tried to throw him back into the end zone for a safety.
Happy in a scoreless game. 4th and 1 with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Wants to fake. Dave Craig, no. I'm not taking it. Throws to Bobby Ingram, and Ingram not only makes a first down, it's a touchdown. It's a great play by Craig and the Bears.
Start for the touchdown. Tommy, the Oilers are up 14-0.
Yeah, you're going to see the corner here. Marcus Coleman made the move. This is his first start at the cornerback position, move from free safety. Sanders, the nice stop and go. And when you bite on it that hard.
Now, McNair to Eddie George. He went over the 1,000-yard mark last week. And 36 yards on this play. Tommy, good game, tied at 3. Banks hits Isaac Bruce. Got a big new contract during the week. And here, he's going to go. But watch fields a linebacker. Tommy, how in the world did that happen?
You know, we had a feature this morning on Countdown on watching the Jumbotron, and you can see here you can actually make use of it if you're being run down by a linebacker. But how difficult is it to run the do? Well, Everett with a great block here on the end around. He gets a block on Marquez Walker. And look at him. This is not one of those typical quarterbacks falling down. He sticks his nose in there and puts him down on his back. That's a great block by Jim Everett.
So the St. Guinness recovers in the end zone. It was 31-7 at halftime. We hope you stayed. Not much left for Bobby Ross to say. The worst was yet to come. Mike Jones crushes Stan Humphries. Jones called for a penalty on the high hit. Stan is stunned. He would suffer a concussion. Even when he came to, he was still out.
Got blasted this time. A flag is down. It will be roughing the passer.
That pretty much summed up the Chargers' night. It wasn't all Stan Humphries.
That would move the ball down to the Jacksonville 9. So first and goal, Blake again to Pickens, who caught 7 passes. Touchdown, Bengals up 17-13. Third quarter now. Mark Brunell is in trouble. Rolling, takes a terrible shot, gets it off anyway. Keenan McCardle, touchdown. After making the 2-point conversion, Jags up 27-20. Tommy Brunell field goal. So the Bengals are down 30-20 in the fourth. Blake's pass, Hail Mary, tipped into the hands of Pickens. His third touchdown of the game. Bengals down 3. What are you supposed to do, Tom?
You want to knock it down.
They didn't knock it down. So it's a touchdown.
Even in the rain. Second quarter, 3-0 Panthers. Toys in the attic. Cook. Forces Trent Dilfer on the blitz. That's up a move. Sean King is king for a day. Touchdown, 10-0 Panthers. And the Panther defense, rather than get caught moving around, they call a timeout. How bad do they want the shutout? Tom, you play defense, you know that they want the shutout. Carlton Bailey fires up the crowd. Eric Davis knocks down the ball. And the first shutout in team history. In my mind, 3 starter. The effort in a game that's lost by Larry self-centers. Boom, boom. Nice play. 9
touchdown scored for them.
Meyer.
Whoa! Never had that feeling when they were in previous Super Bowls.
Ooh, Atwater just leveling the receiver on the sideline. I mean, and that'll draw.
Looking at just the receiver.
But the ball's already gone by. I don't know.
21-3. Isaac Bruce with a legitimate gripe right there. He's bumped by Marty Carter downfield illegally. Walt Harris makes the tip. Anthony Marshall intercepts the ball. But, Billy, you have to control yourself.
Yeah, Bruce shoving the ref. Flags fly. Thrown out of the game. Tommy, now the fourth quarter. And then Temper's getting short late. Play is dead, but watch Alonzo Spellman hit Banks. We got a developing fracas, and now we have a full-fledged fracas. Flags fly, hats fly, bodies fly. Bears go on to win by the final score of 35-9. So much for the Rams' chance for a 7-win season.
Bucks. Redskins take over. Terry Allen, they bottled him up. And who did the job today? Cheaty. Two. And then John Lynch causes the fumble. No sneezing by the Tampa defense. They're all around the football. Willie Tate sets up a field goal, 17-7.
Yeah, Chris, we'll take a look here why wide receivers have to keep their head on a swivel. O.J. McDuffie, Jason Sehorn. Hello.
Tom Zach, tipped by Kurt Oigabea. Darian Gordon will intercept it. Then pop, he's hit. And then it's a fumble. Ernie Mills recovers. Tom, what happened?
We follow the bouncing ball, the tip by Gavea, the interception by Gordon. He's hit by his own man, Terrence Shaw, and Ernie Mills with the reception just the way you're coming untouched for the sack.
Fourth quarter. Musgrave avoids Sean Jones, and Doug Evans blindsides him. Reggie White falls on it. Then John O.
So, take advantage. Well, Foley, rolling. Keyshawn Johnson, the end zone, and
takes the pop and holds on. Then, Tommy, look what happens here.
Yeah, the rollout by Young. He hits Ted Popson. Popson tries to get up and over and into the end zone. You see him get flipped right there, and his back bent. He would leave the game with a back strain.
Yard line, Tom.
Yeah, and you're going to see Irvin here man-to-man with Aeneas Williams. And Aeneas right there will slip at the line of scrimmage after that 5-yard bump. That gives Irvin enough time to get by and get some separation between them.
It's a scrum by the time they figured out whose ball it is. It's Dallas's, and Troy Aikman takes advantage. So Michael Irvin, what a game he had, gone. 2 defenders, no, goodbye. Michael had 8 catches for a $198, 7-6 Cowboys. Fourth quarter. Boomer, big loss for the Bills. Andre Reed flipped by Corey Harris. Lands on his knee, out for the game with a right knee injury. No word.
Hebert and Whitfield then have some issues. Tommy, how about the Falcons defense?
Well, bright spot today, Lawrence Phillips and his...
Scoreless first. Mitch Hamburger punting. Taken by Carl the Truth Williams. He had a big day. Look at him make the move. Cut up right in the middle of the field. Make it a block right there. He could go all the way. Except Berger knocks him out. A saving tackle.
I don't think so.
Look, after all these years, if Chuck Foreman's going to get near the end zone, we're going to give him a touchdown. Tony Dungy's squad down 14-10. Williams gets another Berger punt. Look at him. Looks like he's hemmed in. There are 4 Vikings, but somehow he escapes. And Berger makes a tackle and says, come on, can't anybody other than me make a tackle? Berger had 3 tackles today. Play would have been 14-12 with Bucks ball. Instead, same drive, 3rd and 12, touchdown, Brad Johnson to Cris Carter. Johnson fired up. Carter made the play between 2 defenders. And look at this, very Lambo-like. Up, returning, Reggie, play defense.
Yeah, big day for Reggie White. Here you're going to see Zephros Moss trying to block him, doesn't get his body squared up. There's the sack and the forced fumble. Then Moss going to be carried off, and then Reggie White after that would run wild on Scott Conover there. He hits Barry Sanders in the backfield, and then we're going to see another sack of Scott Mitchell as he turns the corner with a combination of speed and strength.
Well, if Reggie was a rolling stone, he obviously gathered no moss. Try again. Watch the play by Cordell Stewart. Just take a look on this pass by Tomczak. Are you kidding me? Perfect coverage by Hanks. It's a one-handed catch. 42 yards.
And then by Chris Slade, again, coming around the outside. Looks like the same play, 2 different players.
3 sacks at ever the Patriot Aikman. Here's the little swing to Emmitt Smith. Surrounded on the screen, but look at him create a big 21-yard gain out of a play that looked like it was going.
Second quarter, still 7-3. Gus Farrat. Fumble. Eric Swan recovers. And Jameer Miller's got it on the lateral, and Miller's going to go in for the touchdown. It's 14-3 Cards. The Cards then return the 6-24. So it's a 2-point game. 3rd and 16 for the Cards. Grant back the pass. Romeo Bandison grabs his face mask. Look at this. Oh, remember, it was 3rd and 16. Personal foul on the play. Spencer drilling Ronnie Harmon on this play right there. And then Joe Bowden. Watch this here on Garrison. Bang on Garrison Hurst. Oilers dominate the first half. A wasted opportunity.
Again, muscles away from the pass rush. Throws in the end zone. Touchdown! Antonio Freeman. Blitz. And he hits Freeman, and now he's in the clear. Oh, breaks free. Braxton to beat. And it's Antonio Freeman. Touchdown. 51 yards. Let it go. First down. Oh, what a hit. As Mike Morton gets Shannon Sharp, and Sharp is open.
Lowers the boom on Curtis Conway. Right there.
You're going to see Lynch come over in the double zone. Conway the coverage to the side. Nice hit by Lynch right there.
Field, and here we go. Darryl Talley says, hey, I got my frozen tundra coat. Corey Fuller says, no. To Frank Winters trying to play one of the Three Stooges, Mike Holmgren's aim drive. Far to Freeman again, but guess who catches Freeman? It's Corey Fuller. Catches him. Boom! Right there, and the Vikings recover.
Well, Freeman glancing inside, looking for a place to cut back. The boom lowered on him by Fuller. He's still looking inside. He's still getting the boom lowered.
Sir Purr is the mascot of the Panthers. This ball was still live. And the ref goes, what? And the players are going, good play or bad play? Oh, my bad. And Bill Cowher thinks it's the funniest thing he's ever seen. He said, Chris says, no, don't do it. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, get out of there. Next, the ex-mascot, Sir Purr. Next possession, Cordell Stewart says, I can do better than throw it. This is what I can do. He's a quarterback, folks. Look at the separation, and he's gone for 80 yards.
And when you think about how huge he is to be able to accelerate like this, it's a lethal weapon for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Break Steve Bono's Municipal Stadium, Ironhead. Haywood, Jeff Lagerman, a couple of tough customers. Haywood showing a good foot.
Leland McElroy. As McElroy bounces off James Fuller right there, stays on his foot, goes into the end zone. They miss the extra point.
For Lawrence Phillips, there's nowhere to go but up. Will the Chiefs take that risk?
One in charge. There's no football saying that offense.
Series,
18 more yards.
So he gets to 50,000. 50,000. Catching up with you. Yes, he is. I would need 2 careers to throw for 50,000.
Broncos start from midfield. He's going to go for some of that 18 right now. Has time, throws, far side, complete, terrific catch made by number 80, Rod Smith, on the far side of the field. 13-yard pickup, and that leaves Elway 5 yards shy of 50,000. Well, what they had that time, the exact same routes on each side of the field. And when John Elway gets these situations, I promise you what he's going to do. You see number 38, Marquise Walker, making his first start with the Raiders. They are going to pick on him. They like that matchup. Eric Allen injured out, so they're going to work on number 38, Marquise Walker, when they get the chance. Terrell Davis, big hole up the middle, breaks his way down to about the 20-yard line of the Oakland Raiders, and that'll be another Denver first down. Well, you know, Willie Shaw, the defensive coordinator for the Oakland Raiders, said on defense they've done a good job in previous games against Terrell Davis. Don't be a hero. Don't try to be a star and make the plays. Let it come to you. That time the defensive front, too aggressive up front, they create the hole for Terrell Davis. Shannon Sharp and Dwayne Carswell, double tight end. 1st and 10 from the 20. Elway floats to his right, throws it away. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Broncos. And let's check in with our man on the sideline, Armin Katayan. Armin.
You know, Greg, John Elway has not looked particularly sharp in the opening drive. He told me before the game he's not 100%. His rib is still sore. He said he's sleeping a little better, but he said, I'll never take breathing for granted again. I watched him in pregame warm-ups. He was definitely laboring, particularly after several throws. Back to you.
All right, Armin. 2nd and 10. Elway again forced. Penalty marker down. Pass is complete. And a marker is on the play. Willie Green with the catch. If this penalty is against the Raiders, then Elway will have his 50,000. But it's a holding call against the Broncos. Well, this is probably the toughest defensive line the Denver Broncos offensive line will face all year long. And the Raiders, of course, they told us that too. They said, look, we match up well against these guys. They can't block us. They got to get angles. If they line up.
Holding. Number 62 of the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
If they line up and just play us man-to-man, we will run them over and make the plays. But you can see already early in the game when John Elway drops back to pass, if he doesn't throw it right on rhythm, that defensive line of the Raiders, it's in the backfield chasing him. That holding call was on Dan Neal, the right guard. 2nd and 20 now from the 30. Elway almost bobbled the snap, throws a bullet, and that's complete to Willie Green. That's a pickup of 5 on the play, and John Elway has now gone over 50,000 yards passing for his career. And the crowd comes to its feet. Now they see it up on the board. $50,002 to be exact. Pretty special, John Elway. The Denver Bronco fans know it. Watch the last play. Shotgun formation. Almost missed it. Just flicks it in the air. Looks down the field and throws one of these, well, one of those laser shots that he's done so many times. And John Elway, some very elite company. And now back to work. 3rd and 15 from the 25. Elway out of the shotgun with 4 wide receivers.